Thomas was travelling on his favourite line to the beach when... Ouch! Where had the track on the bridge gone? Luckily, Percy came by. "Are you all right, Thomas?" said Percy. "Yes," said Thomas, "but can you get some help, Percy?" Percy steamed off. Ah, Tom lost the prank engine. I don't suppose you had anything to do with that, did you? Chomper arrived. "I'll soon have you out, Thomas," said Chomper, and he got to work. "Thanks," said Thomas, and they both left. Later on, Thomas was at the docks. He stopped to say hello to Cranky, and a grumpy bull-strode the barge. "I must go," said Thomas, and off he went. "Oh no," said Thomas. "I don't believe it. Twice in one day." Luckily, Percy had been following Thomas. "I'll go for help again," said Percy. Chomper arrived. "Oh dear, Thomas," said Chomper. "Maybe I should follow you, as you keep getting into trouble." Chomper started the rescue. "All fixed," said Chomper. "Thank you," said Thomas. "I'll try and keep out of trouble now," and he left. Chomper left and the docks returned to normal. Percy was worried about Thomas. "I'm going to follow you, Thomas, just in case you get into any more trouble." And they left. Thomas was faster than Percy and soon left Percy behind. Percy met James. "Have you seen Thomas?" said Percy to James. "Yes, he came by a few minutes ago." "Oh good, I'm on the right track then," said Percy, and he left. Thomas stopped at Maithwaite Station. "Thomas," said Sir Topham Hatt, "I'd like you to test out the new bridge at the busy junction." No, sir. I mean, can't someone else do it?" "Go on, Thomas. It won't take you long," said Sir Topham Hatt, and off he went. Percy pulled into Maithwaite. "Have you seen Thomas, sir?" "Yes," said Sir Topham Hatt. He's gone to test the new bridge." "Oh no," said Percy, "not a bridge." And off he went. Thomas arrived at the bridge and stopped. "Well, it looks okay." And he started up the slope, stopping at the top. "I'm sure it's okay," he told himself, and he started to cross it. But his weight collapsed the bridge, which crashed down. "Oh no, not again!" Percy arrived at the bridge from the opposite direction and went straight up and crashed over the top of Thomas. "I'm sorry, Thomas," said Percy. "I didn't see you there." Luckily, Chomper had been following Thomas. "3 times in a day now, Thomas," said Chomper. "Now that's just careless." Chomper pulled Percy away first, and off he steamed. Then he pulled Thomas out. "Thanks, Chomper," said Thomas for the 3rd time that day, and off he went. With the bridge repaired, Thomas had to test it again. He stopped on the top, and looking down, he saw Tom Moss. "You!" Tom realised he'd been seen and made a run for it. Thomas followed, but Tom had too much of a start. The new bridge was a success, and James, Percy and Thomas all had fun testing it out thoroughly. Tom Moss had escaped yet again and was thinking of more pranks to play on the other engines.
Percy, Thomas and James were delivering cargo for the day. But James wasn't very happy about it, as Thomas only had 4 wooden blocks to deliver. Percy only had 6 rock blocks, but James had a huge pile of parcels. This is going to take ages, he thought. The Paw Patrol pups were helping load the trucks though. "This just isn't fair," said James. "Sorry, James, it is your turn to do the parcels," said Thomas. "You're just unlucky that there's lots of them today," added Percy. So the trucks were filled. "This is stupid," said James. "Thomas can carry all of his cargo in one go, and Percy only has 2 left. And it doesn't even look like I've touched my pile." But Thomas and Percy left. So James sighed and just got on with it. On the way though, he stopped for a drink of water, and in front of him was a large open space, which gave him an idea. He didn't want to work, so he used the parcels to make a small tower, and he drove into it. "Haha, that was fun," said James. He then wondered how high of a tower he could make, so he went back to the cargo yard to pick up more parcels. "More parcels, please," said James. "Ah, you're much happier now," said Marshall, and he filled up the trucks. It It was a bigger tower. But it could be bigger, thought James, so he collected more parcels. The pile went down very quickly. And his tower grew rapidly. When he went back to pick up the last 3 parcels, Thomas and Percy were there. "How have you delivered all of those parcels so quickly?" asked Thomas. I'm just, very efficient," lied James. But Thomas wasn't convinced. So Percy left to deliver his rocks, and then James left, with a suspicious Thomas carefully following, so that James wouldn't notice. What's he up to? Wondered Thomas. Oh, some of the parcels have fallen out of my tower, complained James. So that's what you're doing with the parcels, cried Thomas. Oh, Thomas, I didn't see you there, muttered James. Don't worry, James, said Thomas. I just want to go myself. So Thomas drove through it. Haha, that was good fun, said Thomas. They were about to build another tower when Sir Topham Hatt arrived. What do you two think you're doing? He asked. Sorry sir, apologised James. I just had so much to do, I wanted a little bit of fun first. Well, clear up this mess, he ordered, and Thomas, help James deliver these parcels. This is far too much work for just one train. So they each picked up 2 extra trucks and filled them up. They could almost carry all of the parcels between the 2 of them, so the delivery didn't take long to do after all. Thomas was hard at work. He came across the Puppy in My Pocket park. It's empty, thought Thomas. I wonder where the pups are. And he continued with his journey. He soon ran into Joey, the Tibetan Spaniel. Hello, said Thomas. Hi, Thomas. I was looking for this pouch and got lost, said Joey. Please could you take me back to the park? Of course, said Thomas. So he got into position and Joey got in. Joey opened the pouch. Bailey, the Old English sheepdog, was inside. I think there are more of us out there, said Joey, so Thomas agreed to go and look for them. He then ran into Jackson, the black labradoodle. Hello, said Thomas. Would you like a lift to the park? Oh yes, please, said Jackson, so he hopped in. The pouch was opened. Maggie, the Maltese, was inside. The park was getting busier. Teddy the Great Pyrenees and Stella the Great Dane were nearby. Thomas offered them a lift to the park. They opened the packet. Inside was Scotty, the Westie. "There's one more pouch out there," said Jackson, so Thomas went off looking for it. But he just couldn't find it though. He then heard a bark from inside the cave. "Hello," said Thomas. Suddenly, Cozy the Husky and Shadow the German Shepherd emerged. "Boy, it's nice to be out of that cave," said Cozy. "Did you find the packet?" asked Thomas. "Oh yes," they replied, and they fetched it from inside the cave. So they opened the final packet. Laddie the Scottish Terrier was inside. The park was very full now, so the pups thanked Thomas and had a wonderful time in the park. Hi, I'm Dave, and thanks for watching my video, which featured the Puppy in My Pocket Puppies and Clip-On Pouch Pack. It comes with the 5 Season 2 puppies which featured in the video. Joey the Tibetan Spaniel, Stella the Great Dane, Teddy the Great Pyrenees, Cozy the Husky, and Shadow the German Shepherd. And the pouch is perfect for carrying around a little puppy. And has an easy to use clip. Our collection is growing. Please let us know how your collection is going in the comments section.